Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we are going to talk about a very important concept that we all need to understand from interview perspective and also from real-time implementation perspective. That is how we can calculate rolling 12 months YTD, MTD, QTD, and what does this actually means. So whatever the projects that we are working in, okay, there are very high chances that they might ask us to create this calculation. Now these calculations can be using your parameters, or it can be directly as a KPI used in your project. So we all need to understand how we can customize. So someone might ask us rolling 12, someone might ask us rolling 24 or 36. So different customized calculations we might have to create. For that we need to understand how or what is this actually means. So let us get started without wasting much time. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. So let me just open the notepad here. Rolling 12 is one of the very frequently implemented concept that you will see in real time, and often in interviews also they might ask you how this rolling 12 can be calculated. Now rolling 12 means what? From your current month, whatever we are in, from your current month, I need last 12 months of sales. Okay, this is what rolling 12 means. Okay, so like say if we are in January, from January 24 to I should go back to my last year. So January 2023 I'm taking. So 12 months of data I'm trying to collect. Okay. Now here there can be two scenarios when they say current month. Someone some might want your current month to be included. Okay. Or they might not want. So in that situation, how are you trying to customize your calculation? That is the first point. Okay, so let us see this how we can calculate. The only challenge here that we will face is when you are particular, like say when you are in December, calculating 12 months is very easy because everything will fall under the same year. But when you are in the middle of the year, like say we are in January now, right? So when we are in January, so we are in Jan 24. Now when I want to go back, my year is changing here. Okay, my year is changing here, which means from 24, I want to go back to 23. Now, when your data or whatever the data that you are working on is date type, then we can use the built-in calculations by Tableau, which can help us solve this with ease. Okay, so I'm going to create a rolling 12 for us just for understanding perspective here. Okay, now what I'm doing is to explain you, I'm just trying to take my order date, and I'm trying to, maybe I'll just create another date here so that I can customize it for my current year and we can calculate. So I'm just writing a calculation called as current year, and I'm just doing date add, and I want to add uh, maybe 2 years because we are in 24 and I just want order date. Okay, so click on apply and okay. So if I just convert this into date type, so by default, it is getting converted into date and time. I want that to be converted into date only. I don't need timestamp. So I'm converting that into date, and I'm just taking it into view. So you see we have data from 2021 to 2024. So which means my intention was to get a data for the current year. So which is 24. So I've just added few years. So in real time also, there is a probability that you might have future dates. Okay, so in that situation, how are you adjusting your calculation? Okay, historical data, everyone will have, right? The problem arises only when there is a future data than your current date. How are you eliminating that from your calculation. So that also we will try to address in this uh, formula. So I'm just going to convert that into month here, and maybe I'll make it discrete so that now you see from January 2021 till December 2024 we got. Now we need to consider last 12 months of I need or rolling 12 months. So from our January 2024, I want values or sales for last 12 months. Let us try to write that. So very easy thing I need. So I'm just trying to write here as rolling 12. Okay. So date diff I'm writing. I'm using date difference. Okay. Date difference of month I'm taking, because we need last 12 months, right? So date difference of your month. Now we need to, in this situation, what do we need? We need a base date. So what does this base date do? Base date help us in identifying what is our current state or what is our current value. Because to calculate 12 months, we should know where we are, right? So that current date I am trying to get using today function. Okay. So that I'm trying to use here. So I'll just write today, comma, my current year. Okay, because that is the date field we are using from our database, and today is the day of function that we are using to find out what is today's date. So from this today, so which means what is our current date, we will get 19th January. So in that 19th January month we are considering, which means January will be considered. Okay, so January 2024 will be considered, and it is trying to find out what is the difference for each month here. Okay, so from today's date and month and year will be static, whereas this will keep changing for every year. So I'm just trying to add this for now. Okay, and I'm going to make it discrete. Okay, and I'm going to add it into the, so I don't want that to be aggregated. Let us convert that into dimension here, and I'm going to add it here. Now observe. Okay, so you see here January 2024. So because we are in current year for the, and the month here is also 24, we got 0. So if you see here, the numbers are reversing. Actually, it should be reversed. So we can just adjust the order here. Okay, now I need last 12 months. So this is our 0 is our first month technically, or this is our current month. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So till here we need, right? So that will be our rolling 12. Okay. Now it is up to you or up to the requirement if you want to consider 0 as well, or you want to include, or you don't want to consider. Okay. So simply what we can do, if, okay, so I'm just keeping it like this only, and I'm trying to create another calculation here, and so that we can sales here. Okay, now if date difference of the same thing, I'm trying to use month of current year, comma, today function. Okay, I'm using if. Okay, and this function is less than or equal to 12. Okay, because we need last 12 months. So till here 0 till here less than or equal to 12. Okay, then give me sales, and I'm ending it simple. Okay, so what is the error it is giving? Okay, so here click on apply. Now I'll take this and I'll drop it on the label. So if you observe now what is happening, for 0 we got values 1, 2, 3 till where we got till Jan 2023. Okay. Now if we don't want this, I can just simply remove this and we can update it. So we got last 12 months of sales. So if I am not adding this month in the view, it will give me 12 months of sales. But what is the problem here? One challenge, we have future dates as well, right? So we don't want that to be considered. Now that part you have to again adjust in your calculation. So this might not be a mandatory case, but sometimes based on the data that you have in the view, you have to adjust or tweak your calculations little bit. But the overall working will be same. Okay, so again I'm adding greater than 0, click on apply. So you always need to first create your view in a way that you are understanding how you are getting values. Then at the end of the day, you might take a total aggregated value. Now why I have added month level here is we can understand how we are getting values or for which we are getting values. Now again there is one problem. January, I don't want to include and I want to consider from December to last thing. So that can, because there is always a probability that in your current month you are in middle of that month, right? So whatever the sales that you have might be complete sales or there can be incomplete sales. So you might get a specific requirement stating Rahul, don't consider current month, but from previous months you can take. So in that situation here we can do something like this again. So from last month 12 months we got and we have excluded this like that. If at all I want to go back to 24 months or irrespective of number of months we can go, and again you can make it dynamic as well. Okay, so here instead of this you can enter simple parameter here, create parameter, and instead of this number you can pass that parameter here which will make this calculation dynamic, like based on number of months the user needed, this calculation will give us the result. Like that we can write. Okay, so this is complete static calculation and also dynamic calculation using parameter. So anything is possible or anything they might ask you to do in real time. Okay, so I hope rolling 12 months is now very clear for you guys, and now whenever they ask you to implement in the project you can happily implement. And if you find this video useful, please do comment and share it across your friends. Now let us try to understand what is YTD. YTD is a very interesting, calculation here. YTD means what? Year till date. Okay, so YTD means year till date. Now, if at all I want to calculate year till date calculation, which means what? We are on 19th January 2024. So when I say year till date, from 1st January to 19th January, whatever the sales that I have made is my YTD value. Okay, simple. So if I am in Feb, from 1st of January till Feb. If I am in March, from 1st of January to March, like that. So it will take your current date and it will go back to the first date of that particular year. So here one thing is we also need to ensure that we are falling in the same year. Okay, unlike in rolling months where we might need to go back to 12 months based on which month we are in, but for year till date it will always be within the year. Okay, so that is one thing that we need to understand. Now let us try in year till date. There might be many calculation, like say some might want to find out how much of sales you have made in the year, how much of sales you have made in the month, how much of sales you have made in the week or in the quarter. So this can be your probable situations in the real time and also in the interview perspective, but more towards a real time implementation. Now you might create a specific calculations in real time for this, okay, YTD or MTD or QTD like this. Okay, so we all need to understand how it works. Now using a parameter, like say I'm creating a parameter which will have a drop down of three things: YTD, M, MTD, and QTD. Now, whatever the user is selecting, based on that, the view has to be populated. Now you can create three calculations, and whenever this is calling or whenever user is selecting this, automatically you can call that calculation. So that way you can implement this. But overall, first thing let us do is let us try to build YTD. So it's very interesting. So for ease of use, I've just added it here for your purpose. So what do we need to do here? First, we need to find out what are we calculating. Okay. So if we need YTD, so again, let us take our current year. Okay. And I'm just taking at a month level, same likewise, and I'm making it discrete. We got all the values. Okay, and maybe I'll also take at a further level so that we understand. And I'm taking exact date here because technically speaking, we need all the dates which are in our current year, right? So I'm going to my January here. Again, here in this situation, we have a challenge where we have future dates that also need to be addressed. So I'm writing YTD. Okay, so So what are we doing here in this case? First, we are trying to match with our current year, right? We are trying to match with our current year. So in 2024, now here for this 2024 will only become true. And my date should be less than today. That's it. Okay. So in our date, current year, which is our date, I want all those dates that are less than today. Simple. Okay. Click on apply and okay. So now if I take this and if I try to add sum of sales into the view, okay, so we are not getting any sales value here. So here we need to refer it to current year. And now let us try. Now see here, we are getting sales for current year, which is only January, and all those dates which are less than this. So using this, you can calculate your YTD. Same thing, you can do it at a quarter level, at a month level, calculation will remain same. Okay, so that is how you can write your rolling 12 months calculation or rolling 12. So if at all I need it for my quarter, then I think here also you need to write for your quarter, like say quarter of your current year. is equal to quarter of today. Then what will happen? We are restricting first year part to our current year, and using this quarter function, we are restricting it to current quarter. That way also we can do. So this will be your QTD, YTD or MTD, means again you can restrict it to month part. So here, because we are in current month and we are only in January, we are getting here. But if we were in March or April, then that would have caused an issue for us. So that time we also need to add this part, like quarter part, month part, like that, to make it very specific. So remember this calculation, that might help you in writing. So quarter part, same like that, your month part also. So here instead of quarter, we can write month of this equal to month of this today. So for in the first year, in the first calculation, we are only restricting at year level. So you will get entire data, okay, which is less than today. Whereas in second month, this will be for your current quarter. So always it will be in concatenation like this. And so it has to satisfy this condition, which means under your current year, under current quarter, like that. Okay. Under your current year, we need current month, like that. Okay. So you have to write in combination, then only you will get the correct value. And then you can, we also need to write this part, then only you will get the value. Okay. So that is how you can calculate YTD and MTD values. Okay, I hope you have found this video useful. If it does, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next video. Till then, bye bye, and have a good day.